I just turned 50, but I refuse to let a number define me.
So here are the 8 real things
I do to stay warrior strong, sexy, and feel like I'm still in my 30s. From martial arts training to simple hacks that actually work, these are my real secrets. No high maintenance stress, no gimmicks, just what keeps me glowing, grounded, and camera ready.
Hi, my name is Mei Ling Ng. If you're new here, I'm based in LA. Number 1, lift heavy. I don't work out to be smaller. I train to be powerful. Power training keeps your body young.
When I started to lift heavy, my whole body changed. Over the years, through film, and having to be action star ready, and also as a personal trainer for 12 years in Singapore, London, Tenerife, even Dubai, my body responds the best to heavy weight. If I don't want cellulite, because I'm very easily susceptible to cellulite, if I don't want cellulite and I'm getting ready for a photo shoot, I start to lift really heavy compound exercises, eating to fuel my body, and my body becomes really tired. If I slack off the weights and just do Kung Fu, sadly to say, everything starts to go south and very wobbly very fast. Also helps as a female in her 50s not to get osteoporosis. I don't work out to be smaller, I work out to be powerful. Train for power, not punishment.
These are rules that I live by and how I've kept my weight off for 20 years.
Number 2, fast. For me to keep my weight stable, I've implemented fasting for the last 15 years.
When I competed, I had to stay in a very specific calorie deficit for me to lose fat without losing muscle. That meant counting my macros, protein, carbs, and fats. And I quickly realized the easiest way for me to go down by 300, 500 calories was to simply skip breakfast. I'm never hungry in the mornings anyway. Now go back 15 years, I was a personal trainer, and every article told me the most important meal of the day was breakfast. Total BS, excuse my French. Thinking it would help me to get to the body that I wanted, in reality, I wasn't even hungry, I was forcing it down me. The moment I cut breakfast and switched to a 16-hour fast and an 8-hour window, everything became easier. I actually could get down to the weight to compete without going insane and torturing myself. My calories stayed under control and it felt natural for my body. My schedule looks like this. I usually have dinner around 7 p.m. I'll do a Netflix and chill with some chocolate, but I'm done eating by 9 p.m. And I don't break my fast until about 1 or 2 p.m. the next day when I come back from the gym. That gives me a clean 16-hour fast, and honestly, I don't even get hungry before noon. If I ate 12, 14, 16 hours a day, and trust me, because I love food, I'll be consuming a lot more calories. Eat to feed your body and not your face. So many people tell me you don't look 50. I don't chase youth. I chase energy. I've learned that when you move, eat, and think like somebody who respects their body, you glow naturally. A little about who I am and my background. I'm a foodie. When I was a baby, I was basically a ball with hands and feet. My mother used to say, if I wasn't crying, I was eating. So she'd always carry a drumstick in her handbag and throw it at me. I was overweight growing up in the Chinese restaurant business in my family. Eventually, in my late 20s, I discovered weightlifting, bodybuilding, and protein. And I've kept it off for the last 20 years. Progressed to being a personal trainer and a nutritional advisor. I also competed in Singapore for IFBB and then was invited at the Arnold Classic. After the Arnold Classic, I reached one of my biggest dreams, which was to be the next Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee. I actually fought in a Hong Kong martial art movie in the Kumite.
Ready and 3, 2, 1!
Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport. There's a female version and I played the villain in Lady Bloodfight. After working in films in Asia, that got me my green card to come to America, and I was a superhero, using my body and strength to forward me and my dreams. Within 6 months of coming to America, I was in Wonder Woman, a villain again in Scorpion King as Kenza, and also in the Suicide Squad as Mongal. So I know a few things about being strong, being a badass, and using my strength as a weapon.
Mongal.
A peaceful warrior, but my fist will do demolition. Ambition raw combined with a future vision. I train my heart to be pure with super intuition. Come for all is no cure, to heal is my mission. Fly like a falcon, fly across the landing. Hit him with the fist of the Shaolin attack.
Number 3, protein. keep muscle, stay young. When I get back from the gym, I'm ready to eat. And I don't break my fast with a warm protein shake in the car. I make my calories count, especially if I'm dieting and I'm on a deficit. I make every calorie taste amazing. I used to own a protein restaurant back in Tenerife Island in 2006. I can make all of my tasty treats healthy and low calorie. So what do? I wait an extra 10 minutes to get home from the gym and I get to my blender. I break my fast with a protein ice cream. Yes, ice cream for breakfast. It's my daily treat and keeps me sane. And I even put in chocolate Cheerios. There is 2 varieties depending on what country you're in. As long as it's the gluten-free variety, chocolate Cheerios are going in. Here's what I do. Scuba protein powder, whey or isolate. I have a list down below in my Amazon storefront of all the proteins I like. Almond milk, ice, and 1 tablespoon of unsweetened Hershey's cocoa. Truthfully, it's a game changer. It makes the actual ice cream taste like chocolate ice cream and not like a bland fake chocolate protein ice cream. Blend it until it's creamy and heavenly. The scoop that you get from protein, that's the serving size you're going to have the chocolate Cheerios. Very scientific and very me. Throw them on top. If I have to be buff and a warrior, then some creatine is going to be in there. I used to be a client of Dr. Lane Norton, so I don't do bro science. I stick with stuff that actually works. And I still follow the rules from back in the day. The reason I add chocolate Cheerios, I need simple sugars right away to replace the glycogen that I lost in the gym from my muscles so I can train tomorrow again at full strength and delay the onset of DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, and keeping DOMS away from ruining my gains, because that's how I feel when I don't do all of these laws. I want my body performing like a superhero for as long as I can. Proteins always stay high. How many grams of protein for your body weight? Simple. If I'm 150 pounds, I'll do 150 grams of protein a day. And I'll split that up between 5 meals. I'll do 30 grams of protein a portion. Sometimes 170 grams of protein when I'm filming. And I need to be extra buff, extra strong. And obviously my carbs and my fats go lower because I'm eating more protein. Because the cameras at 10 pounds are not definition. Make choices that save your muscles, joints, skin, and energy, not your cravings. If I don't start the day with a protein shake, then I may do oats, egg whites, and a banana. Lunch may be Hainanese chicken rice, a Singapore dish that I grew up on, making it healthy version. So instead of boiling the chicken with the skin on and all the fats and all the juices, I'll use a bone broth chicken base and use chicken breast on top of the rice, making it a bodybuilder version. If you want to see the recipe, leave a comment below and I'll get on it. Late in the evening, good fats are amazing for skin and hormones. Salmon with avocado, something that my fiance wants to eat too. Snacks during the day, popcorn, fruits. Actually, since I moved to LA, I really feast on cherries in the summer, and then the winter time, I'm a fiend on finding the greatest pomelos. I love sitting in front of the TV with a massive pomelo as big as my head, peeling it and devouring a whole one. Eat for your body and not for your face. But this everyday rhythm keeps me lean, strong, and within a 5 to 10 pound range, ready to shoot as a badass. Food is fuel. Lift heavy, keep muscle. Muscle keeps me young. Simple math. More muscle equals youth. Period. If you don't have muscle, then all you are is skin, bone, and fat. Number 4, discipline. I wouldn't be where I am today without it. When I want something, it's blinkers on, tunnel vision, zero excuses. At 50, I've learned youth isn't about age. It's about energy, consistency, and self-respect. And being the best that you can be at any age. I was born in the north of England in a small city of Liverpool, and life moved me to Tenerife, Canary Islands in my teens. Discipline got me from overweight to compete, and also got me my childhood dream with the Hong Kong Kumite. Even though I'm not the best at martial arts and far from an expert, only a student, but I refused to quit. It was just a dream to be in one of those movies, and I achieved that, and it actually pulled off. That role got me my green card in America. Within 6 months, I was in Wonder Woman as a Rana. It happened because of discipline. I didn't finish school and ended up working for my father on an island. My persistence, my hard-headedness, I didn't listen to anyone. Everyone told me I wasn't good enough. Everyone told me it wouldn't happen. Everyone told me I was too old. I was 40 when I did Wonder Woman. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't look it. Nobody knew. I don't know if they would have took the chance on me. I told them after, but having discipline makes dreams come true. Here's what discipline looks like in my everyday life. The foundation of discipline starts how I show up in the morning. And I set the whole tone for the day. When I wake up, I have my coffee. Even though I'm still fasting, step 1, I get dressed in gym clothes. It's like brushing my teeth. The gym is non-negotiable. I can fast, I can hit my protein goals, but if I don't go to the gym first, the whole day feels off. And to be honest, if I put on a cute outfit, do my makeup, do my hair, I'm less inclined to go and get sweaty and put gym clothes on. I'd rather just get it over and done. Another discipline of mine, yours will probably be different. I don't drink at home. I don't have wine in the evenings. If there's a party going on, then I'll pop open a bottle of champagne. If we're having a Sunday brunch at home, I may indulge in a Bloody Maria. I don't like having a headache the next day with a hangover. Hinders me for the gym. You know I'm hitting the champagne, the margaritas. If I'm out on a date night, I'm definitely having a few glasses and indulging and having fun. Also, what I do for my own discipline, I haven't owned a hairdryer or a styling tool ever in my life. I just wash my hair, leave it down, hope for the best, or I put it in a ponytail. I don't know how to do hair, because if I spend 40 minutes doing my hair, then I probably won't spend 40 minutes doing the gym. You can probably tell because my hair is really styled, and that's by choice. I'd rather use the time to train. Can't do everything, so something has to give. Hence how I made a career as a warrior out of my body. 5. Mobility equals freedom. If you don't have mobility, you're restricted. When I hit the gym or do martial arts, it's about energy and posture, because strength equals mobility. The reason I train in Shaolin Kung Fu, for all the weapons I'm certified in. When I do all of these just to keep my mind sharp, my flexibility and mobility in the top tier of my capabilities. I'm the girl that lifts heavy and throws kicks. If I don't use it, I lose it. Seriously, if I don't stretch out all the weight training and all the Kung Fu, catch up to me really fast. I get tight, stiff, and injuries happen. Stretching is also one of the reasons I don't get DOMs. My body stays ready because my muscles have room to move. They're not wound up like an elastic band ready to snap. Back when I was a personal trainer in Singapore, I had this client who was in his 30s. He had a frozen shoulder injury. So constricted, so locked up. His range of motion was so bad, he had to get his wife in the mornings to help him put his shirt on. When we trained, I made him go through his full range of motion, whether he liked it or not, mostly not, and we always ended with my signature stretch flow. I have a link for that flow down below too. Within a couple of months, he was dressing himself again, and his frozen shoulders started to get more range of motion. The synovial fluid started to lubricate and come back. He became limber, he moved more, and he looked younger for doing so, because being stiff just makes you look frail. Me at 50, I start with a dynamic stretch, preferably outside in Gold's Gym's yard, because I like to get the sunlight. Then I'll go and train. I'll end preferably outside again with the sun and do a long, slow, static stretch. It really sets my mood up for the day and gets me ready for tomorrow. This is when your synovial fluid comes into play. It's like a warm syrup for your joints. It protects, cushions, and keeps everything gliding like a new joint. And the older we get, the more that we need that glide. If your synovial fluid all dries up, then you're just going to start getting injuries, arthritis, and no fluid, no movement. A lot of people think aging means stiffness. No, stiffness means aging. You stop moving and stop stretching. Your body's just reflecting the habits you gave it. 5 minutes a day, that's all it takes. Please consider subscribing or leave a comment and a like down below. It really helps the channel. Number 6. Hydration and health. Supplements, hydration, and my little secret sauce. And here's the trick that's kept me constant for over 20 years. Muscle juice. I drink about 3 liters a day. I don't just drink water. I drink my special combo of muscle juice, as my clients used to call it. This combo keeps me hydrated, muscles pumped, and mostly just makes me drink the water because it tastes great. It also helps me maintain muscle while fasting and training hard. I get a big gallon jug, and first I throw in BCAAs, or most recently EAAs. Recent studies find that this is even more beneficial than BCAAs. The juice of 1 lemon, splash of apple cider vinegar. Top it up with filtered water and drink that all through the day. Just make sure that the EAAs, BCAAs that you buy does not have caffeine. You do not want to be drinking that combo after 5 p.m. Believe me, I've been there, I've done that mistake, don't do it. You do not need a pre-workout before you go to bed. It's my daily potion. It's simple, it's steady, and it works. Actually, and I just keep topping it up with my muscle juice. If you see any of my videos in the gym or in the car, I usually have a big massive flask that's been iced full of muscle juice. When I come back from the gym, whatever's left in that container, throw it in the freezer. Next day, get it out of the freezer, top it up with more muscle juice, and all through my workout, I have an ice cold drink. All the video links down below, and including my Amazon storefront for all the supplements, EAAs, BCAAs that I use personally. I also take vitamin C, D, a B complex, NAC, NAT, and I take even more with my sleep stack. So that's next. Number 7. Laws that I live by. Sleep and sunlight. 2 things everybody claims to want but barely make a priority. Sleep used to be my personal nemesis. I suffered with insomnia all my life. Insomnia runs in my family. When we were kids, me and my brothers would be up until 1, 2, 3 a.m. The house was hectic and nobody enforced bedtime. And that wild schedule followed me into my adulthood. It affected my life, my training, everything, even up to 2017. I remember filming The Scorpion King in South Africa, and the jet lag hit me hard just out of sync the whole shoot going on to set, and this was a non-union job. It was a tough shoot, but a great experience. Imagine being a warrior in a leather bikini, running around the desert on 16-hour shoots, then having to fit my training in before they picked me up in 8 hours, and trying to sleep with insomnia in that time. My role in the movie was to be very buff, very strong. So I couldn't skip the gym, even though they didn't give me any time for it. But I really didn't want my leather bikini to combust on set, because I put on weight really quick, really easy. And I did all of this while not sleeping. I was meant to look strong, but I felt like a zombie with biceps. My training dropped, my mood dropped, my whole system dropped. Then my life changed soon after. Once I returned back to the US, I actually went on a bad date. Zero chemistry, but this guy told me something that just changed my life with one comment. I mentioned I had no sleep as I was yawning and I was just really tired. It could have been the zero chemistry. I had to apologize, and he mentioned, do I take melatonin? I said, of course. I've always tried it. Doesn't work. He said 9 is the magic number. 3 milligram tablets of melatonin, take 3 of them. If you have a 5 milligram tablet, take 2. Hit around the 9-10 mark. That simple thing changed my life. 9 to 10 milligrams, it's enough to get me asleep, keep me asleep, and when I wake up the next day, I'm not zombified. No drowsiness, life-changing. Over the last 6-7 years, I've added more things. And now I have this ritual. I travel with a bag that goes with me everywhere. And when I'm at home, it just goes to my bedside drawer. What's in the bag? In my supplement box, melatonin. Zinc, I take it at night because it makes me nauseous when I'm fasting. Fish oils, take that at nighttime with 800 EPA to maximize on the benefits. Antihistamine, I have allergies, and the drowsiness affects the antihistamine combined with melatonin. Chef's kiss. Progesterone. I just started taking that recently. I didn't know I could ask for it in my 40s. Life-changing. And why did no one tell me about this 10 years ago? Girls, if you're going through the hormones, progesterone is your best friend. I love progesterone. But yes, you have to get it from your gyno. In fact, when our house burned down in January in the LA fires, we ran to a friend's house that night, and the first thing I asked her was, do you have progesterone so I can sleep tonight? Because I knew it was going to be rough. Thankfully, she did. A retainer. I've grinded my teeth all my life, but since I got my teeth done in Turkey, the video was the one before this, I have nightmares I fall asleep by accident and then I wake up and I've grinded all my teeth off. So I do not miss a night without my retainer. I even have one on my carry-on bag on the plane for those naps. Recently, I also added a silk bonnet. I apologized profusely to my fiance before I put it on every night. I always suffered with my long hair sleeping. If I left it down, I'd put my elbows on it. Even when I braided it, it would get trapped underneath him or me. Then I started to use a crocodile clip, but then I felt pressure and the heaviness was snapping some strands. Then I've used a bun, but then again, the heaviness. Sometimes if the bun fell behind my head, there was a lump that would wake me up through the night. But I also sleep in satin pajamas. I used to sleep naked. And since the fires earlier this year, I just have this weird thing that I need to be ready to run at a moment's notice. I collect all of the Dragon Lunar Chinese New Year edition pajamas from Victoria's Secret. I have them in red and black, and I have a couple of pairs. And all these little rituals built my sleep back from the dead. Steady hormones and better moods. Combined with sunlight in the morning when you stretch, set your whole internal clock so your body actually wants to rest at night. Number 8, keep challenging yourself. To not say stagnant, I've always been a firm believer in bettering myself. I was never complacent. Maybe it's having an Asian parent. I was not good enough and I always needed to better myself. It's actually given me an insane drive, made me reach places that I never thought was possible, like here, living in LA. I've done many martial arts from kickboxing, Muay Thai, Taekwondo, many styles of Kung Fu, Laogar, Hungar, Wing Chun, Jeet Kune Do, and Wushu, always learning new skills. To get to black belt, I had to learn 10 hand forms and 9 weapons. Nunchucks and sword, that's broadsword, straight sword, and double sword, bow staff, whip chain, and now I'm on the free sectional staff. My favorite is the Guandao, which is a 7-foot sword, but that's only halfway. To actually be a master in Shaolin is to grade and certify in 18 weapons. I love Shaolin Kung Fu just because it keeps pushing me and motivating me to learn more. When I train weights, my warm-up is not going on a treadmill for 5 minutes. I'll go outside to the back of the yard around the corner and do one of the hand forms and repeat it until I'm fully warmed up. It's great cardio, it's great stretching, it's dynamic, also keeps me flexible, but it keeps my mind sharp so I don't forget it. And it's not boring for me anyway. Once you stop using things, you lose things. I'm not a naturally gifted girl that can just do things once and remember it. I have to do repetition. Try to find a hobby that pushes you. If it's Pilates, ballet, karate, anything that's physical but also challenges your mind to keep you sharp and to keep your memory sharp is really beneficial and also more interesting. For me, boredom is my enemy. Even in my career as an actor, I'll learn new ways to do lighting and to do my self-tape, and I'll try to master my camera. It keeps me interested, keeps me being creative, and also challenges my mind. The last thing I want to do is think, okay, I'm 50, it's over, I'm going to sit down and just curl up, get old. I'm only halfway through my life. I'm nowhere near finished. Growth keeps your brain youthful, and that reflects in your body. So that's it. 8 real things that keep me strong, powerful, and feeling alive at 50. If you're ready to feel the same, subscribe and join me. We're redefining what 50 looks like together. Sorry, my dog's down there, he's snoring and farting. So if you hear anything, it's not me.